Around there, ladies and gents, if you look in front of us on our right hand side, you can't miss the London Eye Millennium Wheel. It's the second largest observation wheel anywhere in the world. It's capable of carrying 850 people. It takes 30 minutes to do one round turn. We have been told it was the biggest tourist attraction anywhere in Europe last year. We've also recently been told you can actually get married on the London Eye. Now you meet a priest on a figure at the bottom, carry out the ceremony as you make your way to the top. Once you reach the top, you are pronounced husband and wife, and then after that it's all pretty much downhill. 2 months ago we had the Queen's Diamond Jubilee, and that building is actually being converted into an hotel at the moment, and it is covered in scaffolding, which don't look very nice. So they put a large photograph there to hide all the scaffolding, as the pageant was seen from most of the world. If you look over to the left hand side, ladies and gents, you'll see a white building with a green sloping roof and the black pinnacle on top. This is the old City of London School for Boys. Sir Lord Asquith, he used to go to this school. Look to the face of the building, you'll see 4 statues from left to right. These are of John Milton, Sir Isaac Newton, Sir Francis Bacon, and of course David Beckham. St Paul's Cathedral does stand at 365 feet tall, that being 1 foot for each day of the year. It has the second largest unsupported cathedral dome in Europe. Took 35 years to build, completed in 1710. The large building you can see there, it's called the Shard of Glass. Now it stands at 1,016 feet tall. When the building was opened up about a month ago, it was the tallest building in Europe, and then about 3 days later it wasn't. They built a taller one in Russia. It's the second tallest building in Europe, so it stands at 1,016 feet. 35 HMS Belfast. The Belfast has 12 guns, 6 at forward and 6 at aft, capable of firing a 102-pound shell, 14 land miles. Built in Belfast in 1938, commissioned in 1939. She last saw action during the Korean campaign, permanently moored there as a tourist attraction. Well worth a visit. It has over 7 different decks to explore. In front of us we have the gateway to London, the Tower Road Bridge, designed by Sir John Wolfe Barry in 1894. The 2 centre spans of the bridge both weigh in the region of 1,100 tons. They can be raised into the upright position in just under 90 seconds. Failed to open once and once only. That was on the opening ceremony when a ship hit the bridge. You can see at the top of the bridge we have some more of the Olympic rings. Now there is a very old tradition, ladies and gents, with Tower Bridge. Now it is said if you see anyone on this bridge, give them a wave up there. They should wave back. They're actually paid by our company. I'll try and get their attention. Now it is said, ladies and gents, if down to 850 feet tall, it has over 50 floors. They do say that once the complex is finished, it should employ over 250,000 people. That's Canary Wharf on the left hand side. Well, ladies and gents, so if you look directly in front of us now, ladies and gents, you can see the large warship here. This is called the HMS Ocean. It's the largest ship the Royal Navy actually have at the moment. If you look up on the flight deck, you'll see all the helicopters up there. They are manned 24 hours a day. Now it is here for security reasons. It was brought up just before the Olympics, and it will be here all the way through the Olympics, as I say, it's here for security reasons. As I say, you can see all the helicopters up there on the flight deck. They're manned 24 hours a day. If anything happens during the Olympics, they can be there within a couple of minutes. Now where the ship's actually moored up there between those yellow buoys, this is called Greenwich Ship Pier. This is one of the deepest points on the River Thames. Even on a low tide, there would still be about 50 feet of water between those yellow buoys. So on the high water, you could add about another 26 feet to that. So you're talking about 76 feet of water. The reason it is so deep, look over to your right hand side, you'll see a small entrance in the river. This is Deptford Creek. When we get a lot of rainwater, it comes rushing out of the entrance, and it has created a hole in the river bed at this point. That's what Deptford actually stands for, deep falled, deep water berth. That's the Greenwich Ship Pier, Deptford Creek, over to our right. Now if you look past the ship, ladies and gents, in front of us, we have our destination, the Borough of Greenwich. You'll see the two white buildings on the riverfront with the domes on top. These are the old naval colleges. It's now part of Greenwich University. The two domes on top of those buildings are replica domes to St Paul's Cathedral. They're both unsupported cathedral domes. An onion-shaped dome with a red ball on a T-shaped mast. Now the red ball is raised to the top of the mast at 5 to 1 every day, dropped at 1 o'clock, giving us Greenwich Mean Time. Now it's also up there at the top of Greenwich Hill. You can stand with 1 foot in the eastern hemisphere and 1 foot in the western hemisphere. You do know that you're doing this because the lines are drawn on the floor. You definitely know that you're doing it because those lines are 6 feet wide. Luckily enough, there is an hospital close by. Now unfortunately, ladies and gents, you will not be able to visit the observatory today because it is in Greenwich Park, and Greenwich Park is actually closed to the general public unless you have an Olympic ticket. The reason it is closed, that is where they've got the equestrian centre. So as I say, unless you have an Olympic ticket, you will not be able to go into Greenwich Park. It is closed to the general public.